Hassan, we're going live in a minute, okay?
Don't worry.
All social media, male or quiet, Arab Naina Farisatidia. Make sure your friends are quiet.
Don't worry, I'm safe.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Dose of Reality once again. It's been coronavirus, so we took a little bit of break. I haven't been having a lot of meetings so far. Welcome to Dose of Reality. I have an amazing, legendary singer all the way from Africa, Hassan Gantaal. Welcome to Dose of Reality. Please introduce yourself, Walalu Maani.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And this is Hassan Mohammed Dahir, stage name as Hassan Gantal, all the way from Kenya, Nairobi.
Yes.
I'm Somali Kenyan artist. I'm very well known in Somali community. I'm really happy to have this meeting with you guys. Say hi, everyone.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Welcome to Dose of Reality again. We are honored to have you, and I am pleased that you are part of Dose of Reality. At the moment, we have a couple of questions. We are so excited that you are with us, and a lot of people have been like, oh my God, this is so fun. You have this person in your show, and it's exciting. How do you do international? So that opportunity, it's not only for United States. Dose of Reality is international, and I want to recognize each and every artist around the world. And being recognized also, it's a message you're sending to our youth. It's a message that you're telling us something that is unique, that why do you do this? How can other people out of just United States being successful on something that they love doing? Is that right, Hassan? Right?
That's really great, and I really encourage you to keep doing this great work and having this good communication with the community.
Thank you.
In my opinion, I think that we all deserve the success, and we all love to be successful. And
that's true.
I think the only thing that we can make a change in this world.
Mm-hmm. That is true, and that's the best part of life, doing what you love doing. So, Hassan, I have my first question. As an artist, what would you inspire people to become singers? Why did you choose to become a singer?
I think to be a singer is not by choice. It's something that God gave us as a gift. But I just recovered and I discovered when I was just when I was under 18 years or maybe 19. That's the time I just realized I can sing, and I think it's something. If you try, it's something you can make it. Everyone fun, art is fun. So all you have to do is just try.
Mashallah, that's a great thing. And what role does your career as an artist singer have in our society? As a singer, society role kaga muhim yahay. My Somali is not good, but I'm gonna try.
Don't worry, just you can keep it by English. It's okay. That's what we all understand, I think.
Perfect.
And my community, actually, I really have a good, role model for them, and I appreciate for them being my supporters all the time. And the most important thing that I could say is to be real in this life, because to be realistic, you can achieve a lot of things. So it's good to be united. It's good to be, depend on each other and help each other and give each other, so that we become we make something better in this life.
That's true. MashaAllah. What do you like about Shaqadada? What do you like about your job as you work through being an artist? What is the most important thing you like?
For sure, everyone loves what he do, unless he's just wasting of time.
That's true.
I love being an artist. Because the art, always makes unity, and brings the people together. Always makes the peace between the human being.
Yes.
So I love what I do as a music. Music is what I love, because it's something I do when I'm every time wherever I am.
As a Somali singer, do you find it's very competitive with other singers, as you are like a younger generation and singing from around the world? And what do you tell me a little bit about that, as being competitive with other singers?
I think I'm the first Somali artist who work with out of non-Somalis. I think, if I'm not wrong, except Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mean that I'm the best, but I mean I'm just trying to make a change into Somali music so that we can reach, another communities and other people, those
Good.
we share the colors maybe or another internationally.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like and I love to work to cooperate with another people, with another artists. I mean,
MashaAllah. So I noticed that you had a song that I really like. Matter of fact, and it's you sang with one of this gentleman called Waire. I remember him since I was a kid when I was in Kenya. That song, it's like it's beautiful, and that connection of you are praising our Somali women, it's just unique, and just the mixture of the two of you speaking in different languages, but it means the same word. Tell me a little bit about that project. How did you come up with that idea with connecting with Waire and having that music out for different multi-language and still saying the same thing?
oh, thank you for the great question. It was a real planet project, and it was something I have been working on it and dreaming for it to make. Someone who have been already, on the platform to
Mm-hmm.
make a song with them. That was something I was expecting for a long time, and I think the only people who deserve to be thankful for it. It's my management, whom I work with them.
Yes.
That's a long time ago. 1 year ago,
Mm-hmm.
I've been working with them. So those are who deserve the thanks. And Waire, the guy who I worked with the song, is a really cool guy and humble.
Mm-hmm.
He's.
Very
So it
nice
was
guy.
just happening like that. The idea I came up with it, and some people and other people make it happen.
MashaAllah. Do you look to work with more other artists beside Somali only, and you will work with other cultures, inshallah? Are you looking to do that?
Absolutely, yeah. We are not
Good.
looking back. We're only looking forward. So I'm really
Definitely.
hoping to work with the big artists from around the world. I don't care where
Mhm.
the colors, maybe background is. Music has no language, as I believe.
That's right. That's true. Let me ask you something that it interests me. It's the fact that when I listen to your songs, I focused on one thing. You praise our Somali women. You praise women. You identify them as unique. I mean, I'm telling you, I love that about you. Do you know why you've chose to specifically focus on that, or do you just I do this for now, but then you will open your mind for other ideas of singing other kind of song, and which I'm thankful for that. I'm a woman, and I think that's what attracts me to your music.
That's a good question, actually. Describing a beautiful lady and describing with her beautiful culture is the best thing I think you can describe for the Somali woman.
Hmm.
And as a music, the fan of music mostly are women, so I'd really just to be proud of my people and my Somali ladies and Somali sisters.
Hmm.
So I usually choose to, the better words and the beautiful words who can just make them feel that who they are.
That's right. Hassan, I can tell you this for fact. You're gonna have a lot of crushers in this world if it's coming to women. Matter of fact, when I said I was having you on my show, a lot of women were sending me messages saying, please say I said hi, please say I said hi. So
Tell
Yasmin,
them,
my
tell them I give
director,
them big hugs
they
and I
definitely,
say hi to them back. But
yes,
one thing I
thank
could
you.
request: why other people are not hearing, are not with us? Let them talk. Let me know them.
Yeah, so I have a Yasmin Abdi, I have Hiba Abdi, I have Amal Farzana Khan, and I have Yasmin who works for me. Matter of fact, she's my director. And other people that were just sending me messages saying that, oh my God, we're excited about this guy. So could you send a message to them? Could you send that?
Oh, I say hi to them and I love them all. Whoever, I don't know them personally and physically, but
Yeah.
I know them from my heart, and I
Hmm.
really thank for them.
Yes,
And I just
definitely.
say thank you guys for flowing up.
Yeah. And then I have a message all the way from Europe, a guy who is your very good friend called DJ Suber. He said, say hi to Gantal if you're having him on your show. So, hi, Gantal, all the way from DJ Suber. Okay. I hope you
That's
will
real
like this
awesome.
one.
He's my best friend. He's a real good guy, very cool guy. I love him. He's
Yeah.
a good. I mean, good good point for in the community. I
Definitely.
can see someone
So
wearing a mask. Welcome to the show.
yes.
Hi.
Hi, that's Esther. Esther,
Yes.
we just almost done with Hassan Gantal. Esther, this is Hassan Gantal, all the way from Africa. Matter of fact, from East Africa.
Oh,
Yes, he's a great artist. We started with him since you had a meeting. Welcome to Dose of Reality, Esther.
thank you so much. I'm sorry to drop in so quickly. I just wanted to make sure that we got a chance to talk. So
Yes.
you're catching me while I'm out in the field doing some
No
work.
problem. No problem. So we're gonna finish up with Hassan. You can stay still with us while you
Okay.
listen to the question. I'm almost done with him. Hassan, what is your dream project that you wish to do? For sure, I know I want you to come to United States.
Actually, my biggest dream to do is, I mean, to make something impact and legacy in this world. But for now, for the, I mean, the near goals and maybe the near dreams,
Mhm.
my goal is to really to rock in United States. You
Good.
know, to share my music with the world and my audience around the world. That's the bigger
Okay,
thing.
perfect. Inshallah, we're gonna work for you to come here, and we want you to be here in United States so that people can get to know you. And also, that is a great work that you're doing, not just in Africa, but we also want you to experience the life out of just one place and enjoy the United States and get to meet the other Somali people who are looking forward to work as artists and younger generations who are willing to experience life, and a message that you're sending. Just you don't have to be in United States to become an artist, and you can be anywhere and it can work for you. Hassan, I really enjoy talking to you. Is there any other message you have for your fans around the world who are watching us today, or anything that you would like to inspire our community here in United States, especially our young generation who are going through some very difficult time when it comes to addiction and things that they feel left out? What would be the message you'd like to send, Hassan?
Thank you very much, Well, actually, it was a really good
Mhm.
time having with you, and I really appreciate that.
You're
I can't
welcome.
wait to be there with you one day. And
Inshallah.
after that, I want to say, all my fellow young people,
Mhm.
everything is possible, and everything is just depends on how you do it and how you expect it. Nothing works
Mhm.
unless you do it. I believe in hard work,
Mhm.
and I'm telling them all, make hard work, then watch what happens. I don't believe by other people's opinions who always talk about the manipulation
Mhm.
and who always just believe the small things. I believe that everything in this world you have in mind is possible. Just
Mhm.
wait, I give it time, work on it, and it will happen. That's why I
Inshallah.
believe, especially our girls, I'm telling them just you are the same
Mhm.
from the any other
Mhm.
ethics or maybe any other colors from the world.
Yes.
You can do anything you have. No need you just lock up somewhere by yourself and maybe the ideas or the opinions from your parents, from your sisters,
Mhm.
brothers.
Mhm.
You have to believe in yourself and you have to be you so that people just know you who you are in this world.
That's true. That is true. I agree with you, Hassan. What I learned through starting a business or starting anything that is unique or different from people, and you will always get criticized no matter what. But what really excites me is the fact that you have to be positive, believe in yourself, and Allah that He's going to guide you to that right path. So, thank you so much. That's a great message for people who are looking to do something and they're worried what are the judgmental message they will get. You're doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing, inshallah.
Thank
And
you so
thank you
much.
so much for being part of Dose of Reality. And inshallah, we'll keep in touch and we will hope for you to come here soon, inshallah, so we can have more appearance of Hassan Gantal in United States. Welcome to Dose of Reality
Absolutely.
again.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much. I'm really
thank you
happy
for
to be
joining.
a small part of it. Thank you. Okay, well,
You're
I,
welcome. Have a good night. Thank you.
all right.
All
Thank you.
right.
It's same.
All right. So thank you so much, guys. That was Hassan Gantal, all the way from Africa. I had the opportunity to contact him, and mashallah, he's a very humble gentleman that allowed himself to be part of Dose of Reality. It's usually not an easy task to have communication with somebody out of the country, and especially within the time period of what time is in United States and in Africa. So, anyways, I am honored that he was here, and at least you guys got to see somebody special all the way, a great artist. So now it's going to go back to politics with Minnesota, guys. I have Esther Baje. Correct me if I'm wrong, but welcome to Dose of Reality, Esther. We're going to be having a couple of questions for you. You're running for District 59. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. I'm running for House District 59B,
Yes.
which is in it covers all of downtown Minneapolis, and it
Mhm.
also covers parts of the north side,
Mhm.
going up to West Broadway Avenue. So.
Great. Esther, could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and what made you, come up with this idea of wanting to be part of politics?
Well, yeah, definitely. So I grew up in Minnesota. I'm
Mhm.
actually from St. Paul,
Oh,
and
okay.
my family lived in Brainerd for a couple of years, so up in
Mhm.
central Minnesota. And then I also went to high school in Faribault. So I
Okay.
feel like, I'm happy for this opportunity to get a chance to serve my state.
Mhm.
I've had such many good experiences throughout this state, and so I hope that this
Mhm.
is a way that I can be of service. I did do a lot of my higher education on the East Coast. I even
Mhm.
worked for the U.S. Department of State for a couple of years, working
Mhm.
on projects expanding the rule of law, rights for women, access to
Mhm.
capital for youth across the Middle
Mhm.
East. So,
Wow.
yeah, so I did a lot of work in countries like Egypt, Qatar, Bahrain,
Wow.
Jordan, and Lebanon. So,
Great
and so,
job.
so a lot of those experiences I saw of, people fighting for their rights.
Mhm.
I was like, well, I think it's important to do that in the States because, at that time period, just like now, there were uprisings, there were protests in the streets about police
Mhm.
brutality. We're
Yes.
still fighting on issues of women's rights to, the right to choose. And
Mhm.
then, just for the rights of just Black people to make sure that, we're not treated as second class citizens in this country.
That's right. Mhm.
So those are the types of things I wanted to fight for. So I went to law school. And then after law school, I said, well, I wanted to come home. So I've been in Minnesota for 3 years now and have been
Mhm.
getting involved with different organizations in housing and in environmental justice. And so that was kind of what led me of seeing that we're still not providing for people's needs in
Mhm.
the way that we need to. And so
Mhm.
I said, you know what, I'm going to step up and I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. So.
Oh my God, that's a great idea that you have there. And you are right, there's a lot of help that are needed and focused on in our community here in Minnesota. Your vision states you want to create a new community for District 59B. How do you plan implementing that vision to work with the community? Like, there's different type of cultures, and how do you implement to connect with them?
Yeah, I mean, I think the part to do first and foremost is,
Hmm.
find those leaders, find those community leaders and go and talk to them and
Yes.
listen to them. So it's
Hmm.
that building up that dialogue, that communication,
Hmm.
and knowing that it's a two-way street, right? Like I
That's
also
right.
want them to be able to come to me and
Hmm.
let me know what they need. And then I can come to them and let them know what I need so we can work together.
That's
So
right.
for me, I see this vision building as how are we as a district, as a neighborhood, as a community coming
Hmm.
together, clearly stating our goals and what we want, and fighting together for that, and holding each other accountable in that process.
That's right. That is right. I like that. And what are your plans for improving public educations? I think that is the most impact thing that people are more focused on at this point, choosing or voting for a leader. The important part is education for their kids. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts on that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, education is vitally important. I think it's also one of those places too where a lot of this racial division that we have in our country can actually be rectified. Because if
Yes.
you're teaching like a culturally competent curriculum that's getting like that full history of
Hmm.
how we got to where we are, I think it will open up so many more people's eyes, right?
That's right.
The other thing is I'm really focused on making sure we're fully funding our public education system and that we're fully funding the mandates that we have for special education and English language learners. So that way
Mhm.
our school districts aren't having to like pick up the slack on that space. And then I also want to be sure that we're investing in our Black and Brown children. So that way we're investing in their success and in their potential, whatever that
Yes.
means and whatever that looks like.
Hmm.
Finally, I also, a lot of people have talked to me, especially teachers, have talked about how we really need more teachers of color,
Hmm.
more LGBTQ teachers, so students can see themselves in the classroom and know that there's someone there that they can talk to. But we also need to support those teachers when we have them. It's not just enough to hire them and leave them on their own. But do
That
they
is
have
true.
the tools and resources to succeed? So those are
Hmm.
the types of things that I've been talking to people about that I know people care about.
Great.
The other
Hmm.
big thing is now with COVID, with this digital divide, we know that
Hmm.
there's a number of students especially my district, but also across the state of Minnesota that just don't have that same access to broadband internet, or they don't have the devices. And
Exactly.
so as a state, in order to support our public education system, we need to
Mhm.
be supporting access to broadband internet. And I
Mhm.
think, and the other thing too is we also need to start thinking much more creatively about ways that we can get that information to students.
Wow, that is very interesting. Matter of fact, also the fact that the kids at home are having hard time with parents, being knowing how to use these equipments and things like that. So having other people teaching them the connection and all that stuff, it's going to be very interesting coming on along. We hope that this COVID goes away and kids can go back to school. I think parents have realized how important teachers are and school
Yes.
is. Trust me on that. What makes you unique in this field from other candidates? I know you have other competitors.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point of a primary, right? You give people
Yeah.
a choice. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, what, I think people should choose me on Tuesday, or if they
Mm-hmm.
go early vote. Early voting is open today and on
Mm-hmm.
Monday. I come with a wealth of experience, as someone who's from the millennial generation. We've seen a lot of setbacks, particularly economically. We know what it means to meet our basic necessities like housing, education, healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
That's so important to people. Jobs that pay a living wage. Those are the type. I mean, these are just, I'm talking to people earlier today at some of my events, and like these are things that come up all the time.
All the
These are the
time. Yeah.
basic necessities, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that because I've lived through that. I'm a renter. I'm in a car right now, but my
Mm-hmm.
primary mode of transportation is, public transit.
Separation. Yeah.
And I'm a person who's got lots of student debt. So I understand, that perspective.
How it feels. Speaking of healthcare and things like that, tell us what your thoughts are for Medicare for all.
Yeah, I'm a major supporter.
Okay.
The reason why is we can no longer have healthcare tied to a person's employment anymore.
Mhm.
I mean, if it was wrong before, but especially now with the pandemic, when millions of people across the country have lost their jobs, which means they've then also lost their healthcare. It
Correct.
doesn't make sense when we're dealing with a public health crisis. So
Exactly.
for me, I'm all for it. That's where we need to go. I know it's mostly a federal level thing, but whatever that we can do at the state of Minnesota to push us towards a Medicare for all system where everyone has access to healthcare, and some of the small steps to get there is to continue to make it more affordable, continue to make prescription drugs more affordable. Those are the types of
Yes.
things that will broaden the base of healthcare to so many
Hmm.
people. And I think,
Great.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do.
Yeah, Medicare for all, it's a very important thing factor. Matter of fact, in our country right now, the importance factor of all Americans getting insurance. I mean, there's so much going on, and just if I don't have a job, that means I get to die with not being treated. So, great topic there. What is your stance on immigration law?
Yeah, again, that is something that takes place a lot at the federal level, but I really believe that our immigration laws should be more open because, there are so many people who come to the US and they just want to create a better life for themselves, whether it's through
Correct.
work or through school. And I think the other thing that we need to do is we also need to continue to work to fix our immigration system so that way undocumented people, that we can get them on that pathway to getting documentation. But even so, who are here, there are residents too. And so they deserve, certain rights and protections that are under the law. So one of those big things is like driver's license for people who are undocumented in Minnesota. I support that. I think also to continue to make Minnesota a welcoming state for
Oh, yes.
people. So then that way, I was born to Nigerian parents and,
Oh.
I have experienced kind of what it's like to be at least a child of immigrants. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's something to continue to make sure that Minnesota is a welcoming place for people, no matter where you come from, your background, and that we're working to make sure that people feel that this is home.
Yeah, it's a big impact when being an immigrant and you make such a huge change in this country. It's a very important thing that we're doing here. I am noticeable. And you know what? Speaking the truth, Dose of Reality is a message that I send out there that immigrants are doing such a great work in this country, and just putting that restrictions of them not being here takes a lot of effort out of it. I wanted to just tell you that we appreciate all the tackles that you have, that you're willing to put in our community and connect with us and all that. Tell me, what do you think about the Somali community here in Minnesota, and being supportive to your work? Tell me a little bit about that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, my district has a number of Somali neighborhoods, and
Mm-hmm.
I have just been so grateful of the support from that community. A couple of my volunteers are from, that community, and they've been helping us do outreach, and I'm so grateful for that. I think, as an immigrant population in the state of Minnesota, especially many who have come over as refugees, like, the work that you guys have been able to do, the building up of businesses, and the political power you guys are also amassing, and the cultural resonance. I mean, I think that that's great. And it's good to see that happens across so many different cultural groups in Minnesota. I know the Hmong population has been here for a while too, and they're also doing really good things. And, I have to shout out my people again, Nigerians,
Yes, Nigerians. Yeah,
Nigerians and West Africans have been here for ages.
good.
And it's just like, we all have something to contribute. And I think that
That's right.
that's amazing.
And I
But
think
I
you're
think
doing.
yeah.
I think you're doing great.
Thank you. And then the last thing I'll say is, especially for immigrants who come from Africa, like, we're all Black people. So I think it's also good for us to continue to work together with our, Black Americans who are here, because there's so many issues that affect us in some of the same ways and sometimes in a little bit of different ways, but it's good for us to have each other's backs. So.
Yes, I love that. I love that. We immigrants are willing to, tackle everything, and you've captured most of them. You've captured the health, immigration, connections, making sure things change according to what our lifestyle is growing in the United States. And we appreciate you. We want people who are so enthusiastic to get these things going, and making the change that a lot of people don't focus on, and we are hoping that you will be one of those candidates who are able to be reached, when we have issues, and especially housing and all this kind of thing. So we are hoping for the best. And I mean, what's the last message you have for our audience that are watching today, and your candidates and everybody else?
I mean, the biggest thing is go vote. Go
Yes,
vote. So
make change.
Tuesday, August 11, you can vote at your polling location. Check the City of Minneapolis website to know where your polls are, because some of them have changed. But you can also early vote at the election center, which is 980 East Hennepin, Saturday, which is today, until about 4 o'clock. And then on Monday too. And then also at the government center on Monday. So definitely go vote.
All
And then you can
right.
check me out, estheragbaje.com, and on social media, my handles are at Go4Esther.
All right. So, guys, you've heard Esther is doing a great job, and she needs your support. And for us to make those changes in our country, or this United States, in our community or society, we have to choose the right candidate. You've all heard what she's willing to do for us. So, all the best. And thank you so much, Esther, for being part of Dose of Reality. And all the best on your voting, and everything that you're doing for our community. All right. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank you.
All right, you're
Appreciate it.
welcome. Yeah, thank you so much for joining Dose of Reality with Shukri TV. And I am hoping that we will be getting to see you again for our new guest that will be coming next week, inshallah. And it is an honor for everyone that has tuned in, and all the guests that we've had that have enjoyed being part of Dose of Reality. You guys have a great evening. I will see you next time. Thank you, Valerie, for being here with me again.